Well, getting your hands on professional spa services during this quarantine time can be difficult, but not impossible. Some day spas actually offer quarantine care kits to get you by until businesses reopen.
Yeah, but if professional kits are not within your budget, you can still receive quality results for, get this, half the price. All right, our girl Stylist Chelse Collins joins us now with some DIY beauty hacks. We love these.
Oh, we always love these.
Exactly. All right, let's start with mani-pedi services. Will this require a trip to the health and beauty aisle if, we want to do something at home? We can't go to the nail salon at this point.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies. So my number one recommendation, if your polish has just been on for too long, your acrylic, your dip nails have just been on too long and you can't take it anymore, is to take the time to soak your nails off at home. So a key tip, which you can, your next trip to Walmart, this may not be at your local grocery store, but you can definitely get it at a trip to Walmart, is 100% pure acetone. A lot of times people try to soak off their nails at home with nail polish remover, and trust me, you'll be there all day and nothing will happen. Another thing that you need to remember is to get a nail file or a buffer. And again, you can probably get this at either or, at a Walmart or at the beauty aisle in your local grocery store. And you want to kind of just dust off the top layer of whatever it is that you have on your nails. Unless you just have on regular polish, you want to just use this to kind of open up the nail bed so that the acetone can then absorb into the nail. You also want to make sure that you have some aluminum foil. So what you'll do is take the foil, saturate the cotton in 100% pure acetone, and put the cotton on the nail bed, wrap it in the foil, and let it soak. I would say maybe turn on your favorite movie or a show that you've been meaning to binge watch and just let it soak until it completely dissolves off of your nail.
So what about, we talked about the nails. What about the toes? Because, a lot of times I won't get the dip on my toes or anything. I don't even know if they do that, but like they do gel.
Yeah, they do.
How important is it to just make sure you get that off too?
Yeah, so whether you have on regular polish or gel polish, this is a great time to let your toenails and your fingernails breathe. There's so many times people say, oh, I wish I could just let my nails breathe, but I'm so busy and I don't like them to look a mess. Well, if you're going to be in the house for a couple of weeks, this is a great time to just restore the natural health of your nails and your feet. And a lot of times with even just regular polish, if it's a dark color, it can stain our nail bed. So when you're at the nail salon, they're taking off the polish and you're like, whoa, what is that spot on my toe? And what it is just discoloration from you letting the polish stay on there for too long, especially a dark color. So if you have polish on your toenails now and you're not going to be able to get to the salon for a while, go ahead and remove that. And like I said, get a buffer, buff your toenails. If you have a nail clipper at home, go ahead and clip your toenails down and just let them breathe. Your nails and your toenails, they need natural sunlight and they need fresh air. So this is a great time, like I said, to restore that natural health of both your fingernails and your toenails.
Yeah, don't hang on that polish too long, ladies.
No.
All right, what about, I know those heels. They're screaming for help. They're scratching up your man, scratching up your sheets. Can we do anything for that? Like, my heels are getting bad.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people are also, I don't know if you guys been seeing the memes on social media about just women wanting to get into the nail salons for that reason, particularly because their feet got a little hard. But one thing you should remember is we're in the house and our go-to is normally flip-flops, right? So at night, make sure you try, I know it's hard, but try to sleep with some socks on. You need to get that extra virgin olive oil or that coconut oil that you have in the kitchen and lather up your feet really nicely and put on some socks when you go to bed. And in the morning, you can take a shower and rinse them off. And it's not going to be perfect as like when you leave the nail salon, but it will definitely help. Another thing that you can do is consider making your own scrub. So you can use sugar if you have sensitive skin, and you can also use salt. And I like to lather it up with a little bit of extra virgin not extra virgin, apple cider vinegar. I will mix
Okay.
either my salt or my sugar with apple cider vinegar and use that as a scrub for my feet. And you can do that while you're in the shower. And like I said, while your feet are, the heat from your shower will help moisten your feet as well. And then when you get out, apply some coconut oil or some extra virgin olive oil and put them socks on and don't take them off until the morning.
All right, well, let's go from talking about mani-pedis to our face, our skincare. Let's talk about facial routines. Is there something that we can whip up at home for any type of skin type?
So one of my favorite things, I'm definitely one of those people who needs their monthly facial. And if I don't have it, then it shows all over my skin. We also may not be eating the best right now with this quarantine. We might be snacking a lot or consuming a little bit more alcohol than normal. So our skin might be reflecting that as well. So one of my favorite products to use is the bentonite African clay mask. And you can possibly get this at your traditional grocery store, but a Whole Foods Fresh Market usually carries it. And I still mix it with, like I said, the apple cider vinegar. And it's a very detoxifying mask. And if you have a blemish and you try not to pop it, try to just, put the mask on. And it's great for sensitive skin as well, acne prone skin. No matter what type of skin you have, this is a universal mask that definitely works. And it's affordable.
All right. Okay. So now we covered the beauty tips.
Yes.
I know many of you are walking around in PJs, so stay with us. We're going to talk about at-home fashion. You may have a Zoom meeting. We want to make sure you look good. So stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, the COVID-19 quarantine has many people working from home, and while lounging around all day in your PJs, it may be tempting.
It is.
Yes. What experts actually say you should maintain a professional appearance at all times. You're working from home.
Yes.
Act as if you're in the office, right? Chelse Collins explains why.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen out there.
Yes.
I know it's easy since most of us are working from home to let that alarm clock go off 5 minutes before you have to be on that Zoom call, rush to that computer and pop it open without getting dressed, doing our makeup, or getting groomed like we normally do. And that, I believe, is the totally wrong thing to do because it's going to get you out of your traditional schedule. So when we are off of quarantine and we're able to get back to work, it's going to be even more difficult for you to get used to or back into schedule of getting dressed and being prepared for work. So if you weren't dressing your best for work to begin with before we got put on quarantine, this is also a time to kind of get up and get in the habit of trying to look better when you get prepared for work.
And dressing down kind of influence your mood, because I feel like if I'm in my PJs, I'm not going to be in the right mindset to be like professional and be on it,
Exactly.
That is also true. And so many moms and dads right now are also, they have to work from home and they have to help their kids with their schoolwork. And if you're in your PJs and you don't look like you're prepared for work, your kids it's not clicking to them that mom and dad is not just sitting in front of their computer watching TV or playing games, like they're actually working. So that also helps to reinforce and remind your child or your children that, hey, mommy is home and daddy is home, but we are still working. So that is another great reason to kind of get up and get dressed and look professional. And there's so many people who are not going to do this. And can you imagine? I always say, like, dress for the job that you want. And can you, when your boss goes to think about that raise, they'll just remember somebody who just looked great when they were working from home. So that's just another way that might get you a better opportunity in the future.
So should I do a full-blown blazer and a dress, or can I do more like business casual type situation?
Yeah.
What would you say?
I would, it just depends on your job. I, always like to do a little bit more than what everybody else is doing. So if everybody is, on your Zoom call and they're in business casual, then I would say step it up just a tad, just so that, you always are presenting yourself in the best light and going above and beyond, even within your wardrobe. So you might go above and beyond within your actual work, but also going a little above and beyond within your look. And also, I would also recommend wearing bright colors. So right
Okay.
now we might be working from home and might feel down about not being able to go out as much as we like. But just going on that Zoom call or a Skype meeting with a nice pop of color on your lips, or a bright colored shirt or a nice tie, can really not only affect and boost your mood, but affect those who you'll be speaking and communicating with.
So full face of makeup or, natural?
Again, that's all up to the individual. When I'm doing anything that is on camera, not face to face, I typically go a little extra with the makeup because you can look washed out.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
if you don't have a lot of time in the morning, I would say just do what you can. If you're used to not putting on anything on your face, hey, let me try to do a little moisturizer, and then maybe try to add a little bit of mascara, and then try to do a little bit of lipstick. But if you already do that, this is a time where you can try different colors, or you can play around with your makeup a little bit more, because if you hate it after that Zoom call, you can go ahead and just wash your face off and
That's
try it again
true.
the next day. You don't have to worry about wearing it the entire 8 hours and being in front of people for 8 hours a day. And I also would recommend, if there's colors or, styles of clothing that you may be afraid to wear all day at work, go ahead and try it. As long as you're still being professional, go ahead and try it, because if you get a lot of compliments while you're on Skype, or like I said, communicating via Zoom, then you're like, okay, well, this must look good. I can wear this at the office when time comes. But if you don't get any compliments, or you just don't feel good wearing it, again, you can always go to your closet and change.
All right, all
That's
great
some
tips.
good advice.
Always keeping us popping, even in self-quarantining while we're working at home. I love it. Thank you so much, Chelse.
Thanks.
You're welcome.